In a world where the lines between global stardom and historic royalty frequently blur, few things capture the public imagination quite like a glimpse behind the heavily guarded curtain of the modern monarchy. For years, the global community has watched from a distance as a distinct family unit carved out an entirely new path for themselves, far away from the rigid frameworks of traditional palaces and ceremonial duties. Setting up a life under the golden California sun, this family has continuously sought a delicate, often difficult balance between total personal privacy and the inescapable reality of global public interest. Every occasional update, every rare photograph, and every subtle public statement becomes a subject of intense analysis and deep fascination for millions of people around the world. The curiosity surrounding their day-to-day existence never truly fades because it represents an unprecedented fusion of old-world legacy and completely independent modern living. When a fresh window into this quiet American life suddenly opens, it naturally sends ripples through media circles and social platforms alike, sparking a wave of discussion about how these public figures choose to raise the next generation. At the center of this ongoing fascination is a young girl growing up in an environment that is entirely unique. Surrounded by scenic coastal landscapes and a family that has intentionally chosen a quieter, more grounded existence. This young princess, who recently celebrated her 5th birthday, represents a bridge between a historic heritage and the vibrant, expressive culture of contemporary America. Because her parents have made a deliberate and fiercely protective effort to shield their children from the intense glare of the public eye, any genuine glimpse into her personality is viewed as an extraordinary event by observers. These rare moments do not come through formal press releases or staged official portraits, but rather through carefully curated, deeply personal snapshots shared directly by her mother. These images often show glimpses of a normal, active childhood filled with outdoor play, interaction with nature, and casual clothing that carries unexpected, deeper meanings. It is within these subtle details of a young child's wardrobe and daily activities that the public often finds clues about the values, interests, and cultural connections that are shaping her upbringing behind closed doors. The most recent wave of global interest was ignited by a beautiful, expansive collection of photos shared on a warm Tuesday, capturing the very essence of a family transitioning smoothly from the fresh energy of spring into the vibrant warmth of summer. The collection of images felt remarkably intimate, showcasing quiet moments that contrasted sharply with the grand, highly public lives the parents once led on a completely different continent. Among the various snapshots of a peaceful life in California, one particular image instantly captured the eyes of sharp observers and trend watchers across the globe. It was an image that focused on the couple's 5-year-old daughter, showcasing her bright strawberry blonde hair, an unmistakable trait inherited directly from her father. But beyond her appearance, it was her clothing that immediately took center stage in the global conversation, revealing a playful and highly significant tribute to one of the most powerful and influential cultural icons of the modern music industry. The young princess was wearing a simple, stylish white t-shirt that featured a unique hand-drawn portrait of a legendary global superstar, accompanied by a bold, charming phrase that read, "B is for Beyonce. Hello!" Magazine You Show One. This specific fashion choice was not merely a random piece of clothing picked out for a warm afternoon in the garden. It served as a fascinating cultural statement that connected a young royal child to a definitive musical powerhouse. The portrait on the t-shirt depicted the music icon wearing massive, prominent hoop earrings that boldly featured the words Queen Bey, a famous moniker celebrated by millions of fans worldwide. This charming image immediately went viral as people began to realize that the 5-year-old princess is already developing her own distinct tastes and is a proud, enthusiastic admirer of the legendary singer. The discovery added an incredibly relatable, youthful layer to the young girl's public image, showing that despite her historic title and unique family background, she enjoys the same music and cultural icons as countless other children her age. The internet instantly lit up with discussions about this adorable revelation, with many marveling at how a simple graphic t-shirt could bridge the gap between the worlds of high royalty and global pop superstardom so effortlessly. As we look closer at these fascinating connections between iconic personalities, we invite you to stay updated with all of our deep dives into contemporary culture, unique human stories, and the fascinating lives of public figures by taking a brief moment to subscribe to our channel right now. By joining our growing community, you will ensure that you never miss an episode as we unravel the deeper meanings, backstories, and untold details behind the headlines that capture the world's attention. The story behind this specific t-shirt, however, extends far beyond a simple appreciation for a musical icon, carrying a rich narrative of community support, youthful artistry, and female empowerment. Retailing for $48, the shirt is officially sold through the National Women's History Museum, an institution dedicated to honoring and preserving the diverse contributions of women throughout history. According to the product's official description, the striking and artistic portrait of the global singer was actually illustrated by an incredibly talented 10-year-old child named Pearl, who channeled her own passion for music and art into the design. Furthermore, the t-shirt itself was brought to life and produced by a dedicated mother and daughter design team based right in the United States, utilizing sustainable practices and materials. Knowing that a young princess is wearing a garment designed by a child, produced by a family business, and sold to support a major historical museum adds an immense amount of depth to what initially appeared to be a casual summer outfit. It reflects a conscious effort by her mother to select clothing that carries a positive message and supports meaningful causes, blending family life with a quiet form of philanthropy. Ready to show too. This viral photograph was just one piece of a much larger, beautifully orchestrated social media update that gave the world a rare look into the family's expansive estate in Montecito, California. The entire photo collection, captioned simply as springing into summer, painted a vivid picture of a peaceful, sun-drenched lifestyle, focused entirely on family bonds and the simple joys of nature. In addition to the snapshot of the young princess in her favorite musical t-shirt, the post featured an incredibly heartwarming image of the father playing joyfully in the grass with their 7-year-old son, Archie. The father and son were captured laughing and kicking a massive oversized soccer ball across a lush green lawn, highlighting a carefree and active childhood that the parents have fought so hard to secure. Other images in the beautiful carousel included quiet, artistic shots of their idyllic home life, such as their beloved rescue beagle, Mamma Mia, napping peacefully in a warm patch of sunlight on the porch. There were also stunning close-ups of a bird's nest nestled in the garden, filled with tiny eggs that eventually hatched into baby birds, symbolizing the themes of growth, new beginnings, and renewal that seem to define this chapter of their lives. The deep cultural connection displayed on a child's graphic t-shirt is far from a random coincidence, serving instead as the latest public chapter in a remarkably profound, multi-year relationship between two of the most influential women of the modern era. The Duchess of Sussex and the global music icon, both 44 years old, share a unique bond that has been built on mutual admiration, shared experiences of intense global scrutiny, and a public commitment to women's empowerment. Over the course of nearly a decade, their paths have crossed in highly publicized moments and in deeply private exchanges, creating a powerful alliance that transcends their vastly different professional backgrounds. To fully understand the significance of a 5-year-old princess proudly wearing a tribute to the singer, one must look back at the long history of solidarity that has defined the relationship between these two trailblazing women. This bond first captured the attention of the international community during a star-studded event in the summer of 2019. An occasion that marked the very first face-to-face meeting between the royal couple and music royalty. The historic introduction took place on a glamorous, rain-slicked yellow carpet in London at the high-profile European premiere of Disney's live-action reimagining of The Lion King. The atmosphere inside the theater was electric as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex walked into the venue, where they were warmly greeted by the iconic singer and her equally famous husband, the legendary rap mogul Jay-Z. Photographers from around the world captured the immediate, undeniable warmth between the two couples as they smiled, embraced, and engaged in an animated, friendly conversation about parenthood and family life. The singer, who voiced a major character in the film and produced its critically acclaimed companion soundtrack, made a point to show immense respect to the Duchess, warmly embracing her and offering words of encouragement. Observers noted that the interaction felt less like a stiff, formal meeting of global figures and much more like a genuine reconnection between kindred spirits who shared an unspoken understanding of what it means to live under an unrelenting global microscope. This initial meeting laid the foundation for a supportive friendship that would prove to be incredibly meaningful during some of the most challenging and transformative moments of the Duchess's life in the years that followed. When the royal couple made the monumental decision to step back from their official duties and relocate across the Atlantic, The global media storm reached an unprecedented, highly polarized fever pitch. Throughout this tumultuous period of transition and intense public debate, the music icon stood as an unwavering pillar of public and private support for the Duchess. This solidarity became undeniably visible to the entire world in March 2021, immediately following the couple's bombshell, highly anticipated television interview with media mogul Oprah Winfrey. The interview, which sent shockwaves through international institutions and sparked a massive global dialogue about mental health, race, and the pressures of public life, left the couple exposed to intense wave after wave of intense commentary and sharp scrutiny from critics worldwide. In the immediate aftermath of that historic broadcast, when many public figures chose to remain silent, the Grammy-winning singer used her massive global platform to issue a powerful, unambiguous statement of defense and admiration. On her official website, viewed by millions of fans daily, the superstar posted a large, beautiful photograph from their 2019 meeting in London, accompanied by a message that resonated deeply across social media networks. She wrote a public note thanking the Duchess for her profound courage and her inspiring leadership, stating that her vulnerability was a source of strength for women everywhere. This public display of allegiance from one of the most respected artists in modern music history provided a massive shield of cultural validation at a moment when the Duchess was facing immense institutional and societal pushback. It sent a clear, undeniable signal to the world that the bond between these two women was anchored in a shared mission to speak truth to power and support one another through intense global storms. The true depth of this connection, however, was revealed to be even more intimate and personal than the public messages posted on official websites and social media accounts. In the late autumn of 2022, the world gained an unprecedented, fly-on-the-wall perspective into this supportive dynamic through the release of the couple's record-breaking, multi-part Netflix docuseries. In one unforgettable, highly talked-about scene from the documentary, the Duchess is shown sitting at a desk in her spacious home office, casually checking her mobile phone while her husband stands nearby. With a look of genuine disbelief and childlike wonder washing over her face, she suddenly looks up and tells her husband that she has just received a personal text message from the singer herself, who was simply checking in to see how she was holding up amidst the ongoing media frenzy. The Duke reacts with a humorous, relatable expression of awe, showcasing that even a member of the world's most historic royal family can still feel completely starstruck by the sheer cultural presence of the music icon. The Duchess then proceeds to read aloud the incredibly powerful, deeply philosophical words that the singer had typed out in her private message, exposing a level of spiritual support that shocked and moved viewers. According to the reading, the singer wrote that she wanted the Duchess to feel completely safe, secure, and protected in her new life, acknowledging the immense weight that had been placed upon her shoulders. The message went on to state that the artist deeply admired and respected her profound bravery, her willingness to show vulnerability on a global stage, and her ultimate resilience. Most strikingly, the singer shared her belief that the Duchess had been deliberately selected by a higher purpose to break massive generational curses that desperately needed to be healed within society and family structures. Sitting in her California home, the Duchess shook her head in quiet amazement, whispering to her husband that she still found it completely impossible to believe that a cultural powerhouse of that magnitude even knew who she was, let alone cared so deeply about her personal well-being. This private exchange highlighted a rare, protective sisterhood between two women who have both achieved the absolute pinnacle of global recognition, yet understand the unique isolation that comes with that level of fame. Their mutual respect continued to manifest in highly visible, celebratory ways, showing that their bond is built on joy and celebration just as much as it is built on mutual support during times of crisis. This celebratory spirit was on full display in May of the following year, when the music icon brought her highly acclaimed, visually stunning global concert tour to the massive SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were spotted by thrilled, eagle-eyed concertgoers in a private box, fully immersing themselves in the vibrant, high-energy atmosphere of the performance. Dressed in coordinated, stylish metallic silver outfits to match the specific wardrobe theme requested by the singer for her birthday month, the royal couple looked entirely relaxed, carefree, and genuinely happy as they danced along to the artist's legendary catalog of hits. The sight of the Duke and Duchess dancing joyfully alongside thousands of screaming fans became an instant viral sensation. symbolizing their complete integration into the vibrant, expressive cultural life of Southern California. Following the spectacular event, the Duchess took to her official social media platform to publicly express her immense gratitude to the singer and her entire production crew for delivering what she described as an absolutely amazing concert and an incredibly fun date night for her and her husband. The message concluded with the simple, heartfelt phrase, "All love," a testament to the enduring warmth and positive energy that continues to define their ongoing relationship. It is against this rich, complex backdrop of mutual defense, private text messages, and shared celebrations that the recent photograph of their 5-year-old daughter takes on an entirely new, incredibly profound meaning for observers who have followed this journey from the very beginning. When the young princess wears a shirt celebrating the music icon, she is not just participating in a passing childhood trend. She is carrying forward a rich family legacy of female solidarity, artistic appreciation, and mutual respect. The image represents the smooth passing of an important cultural torch from one generation to the next, demonstrating how the values of empowerment and mutual support are being actively nurtured in the quiet, private corners of their home. As the public continues to analyze the beautiful collection of summer photographs, the focus inevitably shifts to the monumental milestones that this unique family is celebrating as their children grow up in a world completely different from the one their parents originally occupied. The passage of time is evident in every new detail, leading directly into a deeper exploration of a very special milestone that took place just days before these summer images were shared, sparking an outpouring of affection from around the world. The vibrant images of a joyful California summer serve as a beautiful continuation of a highly significant personal milestone that occurred just days prior to the public unveiling of the photo collection. On a bright sunlit Thursday, the family quietly celebrated the 5th birthday of their youngest child, the spirited young princess whose growing personality has so thoroughly captivated people across multiple continents. To mark this major milestone, her mother decided to break away from their usual absolute privacy by sharing 2 brand-new, never-before-seen photographs of her daughter as part of a deeply emotional and touching birthday tribute. The moving caption accompanying the rare images described the little girl as their ultimate dream girl, followed by a simple, loving birthday wish that resonated deeply with parents and well-wishers worldwide. This tender public tribute offered a rare, precious glimpse into the immense joy and profound sense of fulfillment that the young girl has brought into her parents' lives since her arrival half a decade ago, anchoring their family unit in love, resilience, and hope. The journey of this young princess, from her highly anticipated birth in a sunny California hospital to her current status as an energetic 5-year-old with her own distinct musical tastes, is a remarkable testament to her family's unique narrative. Born far away from the centuries-old traditional settings of her paternal ancestors, her life has been defined from the very beginning by a deliberate choice to prioritize emotional well-being, freedom of expression, and a grounded upbringing. Growing up in a scenic coastal community known for its natural beauty and peaceful atmosphere, she has been afforded the rare opportunity to explore the world around her without the intense, constant pressure of ceremonial expectations. Her parents have successfully constructed a protective sanctuary where she and her older brother can experience the simple, timeless joys of a normal childhood, such as running barefoot through wide-open green lawns, playing with family pets, and exploring the wonders of nature in their own backyard. This intentional approach to parenting ensures that the children are deeply connected to the realities of the modern world while remaining fully aware of their rich, multi-layered cultural heritage. By encouraging an early appreciation for diverse artistic expressions, historical figures, and community-minded initiatives, the parents are carefully preparing the next generation to navigate a complex global landscape with confidence, empathy, and a strong sense of self. The choice of a simple, meaningful graphic T-shirt supporting a National Women's Museum and showcasing an iconic female leader is a perfect example of how these values are subtly woven into the fabric of everyday family life. It demonstrates that even the most casual daily decisions are viewed as an opportunity to instill a sense of pride, purpose, and awareness in a young mind, ensuring that she grows up appreciating the power of creativity, hard work, and female solidarity. As the young princess continues to grow and develop her own unique voice, she remains surrounded by an incredible network of strong, supportive influences that span across different industries and cultural spheres. The enduring friendship between her mother and the global music icon serves as a beautiful real-world example of the power of mutual respect, unconditional support, and shared values between prominent women. It is a relationship that has been tried and tested through periods of intense public scrutiny and monumental life changes, always emerging stronger and more resilient. For a young girl growing up in the modern era, having access to such powerful examples of female leadership, artistic excellence, and unwavering solidarity is an invaluable gift that will undoubtedly shape her worldview and inspire her own journey as she steps into the future. The public's fascination with this family connection is not just about the glamour of celebrity or royalty, but about a universal appreciation for genuine human bonds that uplift and empower. Looking back at the entire collection of moments shared by the family during this beautiful seasonal transition, it becomes abundantly clear that they have successfully turned a new page, fully embracing a life built on their own terms. The images of outdoor games, hatching birds, and a young child proudly celebrating her favorite musical artist paint a vivid picture of a family that has found its true anchor in peace, joy, and mutual devotion. They have created a world where the heavy weight of history is balanced harmoniously with the fresh, unlimited possibilities of the future, allowing their children to grow up with a deep respect for the past and an eager excitement for what lies ahead. This cohesive narrative of growth, love, and cultural connection continues to inspire millions of people around the world who watch their journey with admiration, waiting to see how these young lives will unfold. The story of a 5-year-old princess. A graphic t-shirt and a legendary music icon is a beautiful reminder that beneath the grand titles and global fame, the most meaningful aspects of life are always found in the simple, authentic moments of joy, family bonding, and personal expression. It is a story about the quiet power of a mother's love, the resilience of a family carving out its own unique path, and the beautiful cultural bridges that can be built when remarkable individuals choose to support and uplift one another across generations. As the warm summer sun continues to shine down on their peaceful California home, the family moves forward into the future with a shared sense of purpose, confidence, and absolute devotion to one another, ready to embrace every new milestone, challenge, and joy that awaits them on this extraordinary journey of life. The global community will undoubtedly continue to watch this unique family journey unfold with intense interest and deep affection, recognizing that the choices made by the parents today will shape the leaders of tomorrow. Each rare update serves as a powerful reminder that true royalty is not defined by ancient walls or rigid protocols, but by the love, integrity, and values that are nurtured within the home. By prioritizing a childhood filled with nature, art, and positive cultural influences, the Duke and Duchess are ensuring their children grow up with a balanced perspective on their unique place in the world. The image of the young princess rocking her favorite music-inspired wardrobe piece will remain a definitive, heartwarming symbol of this modern era, where traditional boundaries fade away to make room for a vibrant celebration of individual identity, creative expression, and a bright, unlimited future full of promise and hope.